The Wig Stand, I'm a breast cancer survivor. I was very fortunate. I didn't have to go through chemo. I have a sister who did, so I know personally uh, the need for wig stands because ladies, mostly ladies, not that men don't have cancer and go through chemo, but they're not as in tune to their hair. And usually when you get a wig, it's on a styrofoam head. So you have this wig, you take it off, and there's a styrofoam head sitting on your dresser. Instead, Steve, instead, we make these, and it looks more like art, or it just looks better than a styrofoam head. So what I like to do is basically, this is a beginner's project, really. It's just turning straight, a bead and a cove. That's it. There's no fancy anything else to it. What I like to always start with is I sort of get up on my soapbox and do a safety, because safety is very important. It's my public service announcement. So, you know, the lathe, for people that don't realize, when you put it between centers, it's going about 1,500 revolutions RPM per minute. And you're shoving something into it. It's a dangerous tool, so you have to be very careful. Make sure your sleeves, your hair, everything's out of the way, because if it gets caught, it's pulling your arm into it, especially to the new turners. You know, familiarize yourself with the lathe you're using if it's not yours. When I did the first demo down in Florida, we had a Powermatic 2. Turned it on, put my tool in, wasn't cutting. Put my tool in, wasn't cutting. Put my tool in, wasn't cutting. Change the tool. I had it in reverse. So another thing, when you turn the lathe on, make sure your speed's down. Because if you have a big piece in here and it's not in and the speed's up, that thing's going to go either that way or this way. So I always turn the speed down when I put it, and I go over on this side so it can go that way. Another thing is make sure your tools are sharp. So that's done. We can go to slide number 1. So I get a rectangular piece of wood. I take my handy dandy little center finder, and I know I had a pencil up here, but it doesn't matter. I just put it in, do a cross, do another cross on both ends, find where the two meet, poke something through so I have a hole. And I'm not going to bore you with turning it round, because I think everybody should know how to turn a piece round. So I put it between two centers. Yeah. Come on. There we go. Make sure it's nice and tight. I'm going to put my helmet on. I call it a helmet. I know it's a face shield, but I've always called it a helmet. Everything has been in storage for the last 9 months, so let's see. So basically we start, can you still hear me? Okay, so basically you start with this, and what you're going to do is turn 2 little tenons on the end, sort of like this. And how I do that is I mean, this is something that you all know. Let's see. Turn it on. And I'm going in the right direction. And I'm between centers so I can go fast. It is down, right? Sometimes I forget. Do one on this side. Because these are the part that are going to go in the top and bottom. Stop. Move. And I am a little low. Okay, let's start again. So if you look on that, where's my calipers? I want it to be, this is I think a 7/8. A 7/8 Forstner bit. So instead of, I just sort of measure it like that and then go down. No, I'm still too low. Do as I say, not as I do. Always shut the butt. Basically, yeah, I'm going to do this end. I'm not going to do both ends, so you can see. Barbara said I was turning too high, so. That's pretty good. Do that on both ends. And then whatever you want to do in the middle, just have fun with it. There's no set way. I mean, if you look, those are different. Some people might want to, do coves, do beads, whatever you want. I mean, let your imagination go wild. The thing is, you want it to look nice. And I'm just showing this just for, but use your imagination. This isn't rocket science, just whatever. And it doesn't have to be exact. Oh, the middle bead has to be. Just do whatever is visually pleasing. Any questions on this part? It's pretty, you just have a spindle and you're just embellishing it. Now, the next one I think is the bottom, right? I have. Yeah.
What's the trick to not having them? I'm thinking the tips of the calipers themselves are relatively sharp.
Okay.
How do you not bite into the wood and have it jam up on it?
Usually when you have it this side touch the wood going down, it won't catch. But if you just do this side, it'll catch. So, the way you're turning, if you just sort of hold it that way. Am I correct on this? Experts?
Sounds good.
Yeah. Another wing. Or turn it off and just do it,
Around the tip just a little bit.
Just, now, the bottom and the top, they're two different things. So you take a square piece of wood, and what I have is different sizes of these. These are all, just put it, I think this is a 5-inch one or a 4-inch one. It's probably a 5. Whatever it is, you get the idea.
Is there a standard size that you want?
Oh, let's see, where's that paper? It's between 4 and 6. Again, the top and the bottom have to be proportionate. If the top is 5, make the bottom 6. If the top is 4, make the bottom 5. You just want the bottom to be heavier. But that's what I do. This is a square piece of wood. I put this in, put it on my bandsaw, turn it. Saves me a lot of time when I turn this. Yay. Again, I'm turning between centers, and I'm going to turn a tenon on the bottom here. It's funny when it's not your lathe. It's, yeah.
Right in the center, there you go.
Right in the center, okay. Everything's gonna fight me today, but that's okay. The last time I did this, I had some wood jokes and I totally forgot what they were. But it helped. Let's see if I can get this going that way. Okay. This is soft. Yeah, there. Oh, in here. Yeah, that'll work much better. And also, I haven't turned in a good 9 months, so there's a little rust showing. But what I'm doing here is I'm just turning a tenon on the bottom. Nothing major. Just, let's see. Whoa. I'm high. Again, we're a little, I'll take that. Nothing exciting, just turning a tenon. And what I have is, these are for my different chucks, so I'm just using the middle one, trying to get it down to that. And this is just a little piece of plywood I had that I know some of you turners are probably going, Pam, I wish you wouldn't do it like that. Almost there. Just a little more. And then just... Mine has a dovetail, so... Where did I do that? Did I put it? You know why I can't see? No wonder. Holy cow! Whoa, okay, we'll ignore that, no heckling. Let's see. Pretty good. That's good enough for me. So the knockout bar is here. Is it here? That's, no, I can't. Okay. Ooh. Whoa. I'm just going to leave it here for the time being. That isn't what I'm looking for. I'm looking for my tighteners. I have them probably over there somewhere, right? No, that. We have a reducer because I have Nova chucks. But what am I looking for? That, there. See, I left them there so it would be easy to get. That seems pretty good. Let's slow it down. Again, we have a little wobble. That's okay, because we're going to let's see. I'm just smoothing this, just trying to, and I'm just making a little, this one going in. Again, it's whatever you want. You can embellish the bottom if you want. Sometimes I'll put lines in it. This one will just have it go in a little. And again, I'm not going to, you know, finish it so you can see. Let's see what I have here. Oh, I have a small beater. Come on. You can make beads if you want. Again, it's just making something a little pretty. Let's see. Just, this is my negative rake scraper, just trying to, so I don't have that much to, it looks terrible, but you get the gist. Now here, what we're going to do is, let's see. I can do it now. I'm trying to think how I want to do it. Let's see if I have my, did I bring those in? No, I guess I didn't. I did. I lied. Sometimes I cheat and I bring these babies out. So what we're going to do here is just sort of make a little cove in here. So if you look at this, the bottom here, the little cove where they can take their rings off, their earrings off, just something to hold it. Do you have to put that there? No, it can be flat, but I think it just adds a little visual. So what I'm doing here is, and I'm high, I know. Still high. Just bring it in, and then, I know I'm still high, but that's not working well. I know. The speed, you think? You think it's the speed? Okay. Yeah. That's true. More better. And again, there's no right or wrong. It's just, once you're happy with it, just sand it. Feel this edge is a little rough, this edge is a little rough, but that's okay. So you have basically your bottom with your little indentation here for, now what we're going to do here is, I have, remember I did the calipers for the bottom, do that, yeah. And I have a little mark here. That's as deep as I'm going. It's about an inch from there to there, so let's lower the speed. I'm locked and low. Again, you can make this a 1 inch wide. Yeah. Let's try it. Does this go in reverse? It does. Let's see. Okay. There's a way to do it. So now I have this, my little indentation there. My knuckle busters, where did I put them this time? Let's see. No, it's the other way. I hate these. Why do you have them, Pam? There we go. My knockout. No, this isn't a knockout. See, I think I'm getting a little.
Project a little bit more.
Yeah, because it's
Okay.
having a hard time hearing it. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. And anybody, you know, I'm feeling sort of here. Just ask questions, say something, talk amongst yourselves. What do I do with my knockout? Okay, these I'm going to hang around my neck. Let's see. No, I don't. Okay. Now I have my chuck with the spigot jaws. Hey, let's see. Am I projecting more? Better? Okay, more betterer. More betterer. Okay. So what I do is fit it on there, tighten it up. And I just keep this in for a while I whittle that down a little. We'll try this one. I always do different ones. Speed up. You can always increase your speed when you're between centers. So I just, that is not a sharp tool.
Are you in reverse stitch?
Hmm?
Are you in reverse stitch?
Okay, that we have to take out.
Yeah, we'll edit that out.
We'll edit that out. Probably not. There we go. Again, more betterer. Now I should be able to pull this out of the way. See, mine usually, after one turn, it usually tightens up. You heard that, or I talk to myself a lot. You said we notice. Okay, well, I know. Stop. Okay. This is a very soft piece of wood. So it didn't, I usually turn with harder, but basically let's try this one more time and see what we can do. Did I hang them around my neck like I said I was going to do? Of course I didn't. Let's see. Okay. It's still not. Well, we'll see if we can. No, it's not going to, it's just. So basically what I do is I take the, let's see, here. Here's the bottom. As you can see, it's a little concave. I just finish this, just put a little concave so it sits on the edges. Basically how you make a bowl bottom. Now for the top, everything's the same. And I don't think you want me to go through that. Everything's the same. This is a little thick, so I'd bring that down. The only thing different is the inside of the top is a little more taken out, just so it's a little lighter, because it's going on top and you want the bottom to be heavier and the top to be lighter. Let's see, what else? Where am I at on my slideshow?
Lost. Hold on a second.
Okay.
There we go.
That's the bottom. Okay. Let's go to the top, which is the next slide. See, again, this is a little exaggerated, but the size 2 to 3 inches, 3 to 4 inches, 7/8 to 1, your little tenon. And I'm not going to have you go through that. Let's see, let's keep on going. Let's see what we have there. Okay, yes.
I mean, you do this to make it look like your wife's head or something.
I just look at these, just, they're up at front. It's just a little deeper. The top curve, it can be anything that the wig's gonna sit on. I mean, you don't want it ice cream cone shape. You want it rounded. I mean, you can see these are all different sizes, but as long as it sits on it, again, you want it to be visually appealing. Now, why do we use, for the finish on the spindle and the bottom, you can use whatever finish you want. Wax, shellac, whatever you want. The top, because the wigs, when the person takes it off, it may have moisture. You don't want a wax finish on it because it'll go onto the wig. So what WIT and a lot of wood turning clubs recommend is a water-based polyacrylic. You can get that at any big box store. I remember I got a small 4-ounce one, but this is like an 8 or 12-ounce one, but you have the spray too. But that's just for the top. That's just for the top. Let's see, what else? What else do I have up? Oh, how do you put these together? We can go to the next slide. You were talking about 5-minute epoxy. You just use a 5-minute epoxy. Where's that thing? I guess this is a little big, so you can always turn this down more because we're still between centers to fit on this. I use 5-minute epoxy. You can get it from Harbor Freight, those little tubes, but I use the other ones because I use it for a lot of other stuff.
Can you use not to just use wood glue?
You can use wood glue. That's just what I had. Wood glue. Again, because that says resin, yes.
You said on the top is a polyacrylic.
Yeah.
Why can't you use polyurethane or something like that?
Because it has to be water-based.
Why does it have to be water-based?
Because you don't want anything that can get onto the wig. The wig may have moisture on it. As long, I guess, if it's cured.
Polyurethane is hard, I mean,
Yeah.
it's water, I mean,
Water resistant, yeah.
Yeah.
water resistant, it can't go
But-
through it.
They do have water-based polyurethane.
Yeah.
I've got some.
That's what that is. If you go back, it is water-based polyurethane, Minwax, you know. It's just, you just don't want anything, any finish going off onto the wig. Because these can be, what, I mean, I know you give them away, but they're expensive. They're expensive wigs.
It can range from as inexpensive as about $50 to as expensive as $5,000 to $1,000.
So you don't want a finish you put on this to do that to the wig. Let's see. What? Yes.
One of the problems with a oil-based polyurethane is that the dryers that are in there may be irritants, you know, if the person is sensitive to petrochemicals, or the dryers that are in there. The polyacrylic is really an acrylic, a water-based acrylic with a urethane
Thank you.
modifier that doesn't have those kind of petrochemicals.
See, we have. Does that answer your question, Robert?
Yes.
Excellent. Excellent. I'm very happy. So you can get that at Wally World. Now, who hasn't gotten one of the handouts? Okay. Now, if you lose them, because we know things get lost, you toss it, you can find tonight's handout on our website. And Chuck's going to be emailing you one. And so when you go to the website, you go to resources, scroll down to demo hands out. Neil's going to put it there. So you have absolutely no excuse for not making a wig stand. Let's see, anything else? This is my show and tell. This is how this all started. The WIT group with my Central Florida Woodturners, we decided we got to get together and do something as the WIT group. So we got together at my friend Danny's shop, and he has 14 lathes there. It's open to anybody that's a Central Florida Woodturner member every single Wednesday. So on Wednesdays, you have 15 to 20 people there just turning their hearts out. So that's my friend Phyllis, Rita, myself, and my friend Barbara. We said, let's make wig stands. So we got together one day, we started. You can go to the next one. He can, he's trying. So this were the prototypes we made that day. As you can see, it's different wood. There's cedar in there. There's oak, there's maple. It's just, and they all look different. There's no, it has to look one way. You can go to the next one. So we brought this to the club, and the club said, okay, we'll start making some. So this was the first batch that was made. I think I made about 10 of those. But it was just to show people. You can go to the next one. Yeah.
You're staining those, is that?
Well, we're getting to that.
Oh, okay.
We're getting to that. This is the second batch. Then you can go on. We had a contest. The club, we decided, okay, how can we do this? So we had a wig stand contest, and people just came, put them in the back. They put a number in front of them, and at break, people went up and put 1, 2, 3. And the first person got a $75 gift card to Woodcraft. Hint, 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 board. Okay, let's go. The top 3 of that won went to the Kentucky AAW Woodturning Symposium in 2023. And this was the women in turning wig stands. And you notice 2 of those are right here. This one came in second. This one came in third. They were both mine. So that was pretty special. But it was a blind ballot. Okay, next. This one was turned. You can see it doesn't have a concave bottom or top. It doesn't matter as long as you can put a wig on it and it's going to look good. Next one. This was a painted wig stand. Just acrylic paint. Just acrylic paint. Next one. That piece had a big crack in it. Somebody had thrown it out. It was in the burn pile, and we found it. In fact, this one had a crack in it too. This one has black resin in it. That has blue resin in it. You can make so many things out of, here's another one that has some resin in it. Cracked piece of wood, it doesn't matter, it just adds a little character. So, let's go, next one. This is humble pine. Just some pine picked up at a big box store. Turned and then torched. And then those lines were burned with, I think I have it here. We all have one of these. Just make the thing, put a guitar string between it. Just zhuzhes it up a little. What do you think? Yeah, let's go. Just adds a little something to it. Next one. This is one of the members. She didn't have a piece big enough to do the bottom. So she just put some wood, segmented wood, put wood together, glued it, turned the bottom. And it looks beautiful. It's just different colored wood. So these are all, next one. This is where we donated all the wig, half of the wig stands. You see there's a red one in there. There's one that's painted green on top. They're all different types, and we donated to the Orlando Health Cancer Institute in Ocoee. So they were very grateful. Go on. This is just a few of the wig stands. See how different they are. And the cards on the bottom. I'll show you what those are. Next one. It's just a business card, compassionately turned and donated by the members of Central Florida Woodturners, wishing you the very best in your courageous journey. On the back, we put our logo, and we attach these to each stand. So, go on. Now, we can have this, what ours would look like. Okay. That's all, folks. That's all. Any other questions? I know it didn't, the turning part was anticlimactic, but it's just, you're turning a spindle, adding some little finesse to it. Yes?
Is there any reason you couldn't use resin for the top, resin?
Well, I think, resin for the top. Same thing?
Yeah, if you use a resin on the top, you have to put a barrier coat in between it, because you don't know what might be in that to activate the...
Yeah. So it's just the biochemical.
What about the stains?
Well, the stain doesn't matter because the only part is the top here. It's just,
It's like the tint stains,
yeah.
and then acrylic over the top, is that okay?
That's it. I mean, you can see there's blue ones, red ones where the tops were red, and then the, acrylic was put on top of it.
If you want to paint something on it, like you're particularly artistic, artist acrylic paints are fine too.
Yeah.
It's a water-based, doesn't have
Yeah.
a heavy metal dryer in it or any kind of drying kind of thing.
But again, as long as you coat it with the Minwex polyacrylic. It's fine. We haven't had, since then, my old club is continuing to do this, which I'm very proud of. They donated 60 to the Advent Health Cancer Institute. So Monet, we're hoping that to make them, bring them, make them, bring them as an ongoing, sort of like the TOPS project. But to me, it's a very worthy project because if you don't have it, you have somebody in your family, your mother, your sister, your daughter. I mean, knock on wood, hopefully that doesn't happen, but it just touches us all. That's it, folks. Thank you.